application, I think this product over here that I don't represent would be better for you. That all of a sudden now you become a trusted advisor rather than a salesman.
And I often say that we have all the requirements of space, right? Because it has to go underground and send us data from miles and miles away, and it has to work. Like, failure is not an option.
We'll put on, a standard mule shoe. Ours is slightly different just for that, but it's, everybody's got one.
The top drive and the drawworks really don't care whether the electrons coming at it are from a joystick or a PLC.
The panel, what you see here on the left, which is now controlled by one of my students, is showing you actually the control of our brakes.
As of now, geothermal is a pretty small market.
If you have tortuosity, the casing will be up against the side on part of the well. There won't be any cement there. The cement will have crescent around it.
So managed pressure drilling, it's been defined as a process to precisely control the pressure profile in the wellbore.
The key is being transparent with our clients in this case. So tell them what happened. If we had a failure, tell them exactly what happened. Whether it's our fault, whether it's whatever the issue was, we need to be transparent.
I think it's very important for everyone in the industry to know what's out there and kind of what's happening downhole as well.
I've probably worked on over 40 different performance limiters in my career. If I miss any of those and the computer is raising weight on bit and I miss any of those, I have a train wreck. The computer's going in the ocean.
Here's your new colors, here's your new thing. We won't do that at all.
Here's the tattoo you need to get.
Yeah, here's the tattoo. Sorry about the last one. We used to fake that all the time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vidor Locksmith Show. I'm your host, David Gibson, and we are unlocking the secrets to success, one interview, one presentation, and one technical screw-up difficulty at a time. Haven't had any technical screw-ups or difficulties yet, so I definitely anticipate something going wrong at some point in time during the show. Today's show is going to be a little bit different, mainly because didn't really have one planned for this week, and then the Snowpocolypse happened. And it was probably a good week not to have something planned because I'm guessing most people are just now starting to come out of their snow caves or igloos and starting to reemerge into what would be somewhat of normal temperatures in normal society this week. Whether it's being able to get out of the house for the first time, taking a shower for the first time, checking your email for the first time, whatever those things happen to be. I think today's almost like a Monday, and everybody had spring break last week and went to South Padre and now has a hangover and has a lot of work to do ahead of them. So it's probably not would not have been the best time to have probably one of my best shows ever or anything like that. Or, maybe this will be the week that I don't have any technical difficulties and everything just goes super smooth. And, essentially nobody's out there watching. So if you guys are out there watching, please let us know. Let us know where you're watching from. Ooh, microphone stand just moved a little bit. It said that we had people watching on LinkedIn. I don't know if anything's working yet because for some reason, I wouldn't say it's a technical difficulty, but I've had some issues trying to be able to do my normal live stream setup here and being able to watch the video on the other screen over here. Maybe I could try doing something like this, just for the simple fact that I don't know, maybe my computer's just not strong enough to handle doing 3 screens. I used to only do 2, then I got a 3rd monitor. I think the setup is challenging things. Anyways, we are still going to have a show today. We're going to have an amazing show. We still have Keith Settler, who has, been an amazing part of the show, doing the Minute with Keith. Oh, look, hey, things are starting to come up. It started to work. All right. Says that we're getting comments and stuff in. Great. Let me know where you guys are watching from and if this is the first one you've ever seen. It's a little bit different from the norm if this is your first one to have seen. So happy to have you here regardless. Uh-oh, look at this. Somebody's wife is watching. Erin's here. She must be in the other room of the house. She's not. I can see where Keith is. The little background screen right here. I can tell that she's not there. Maybe she should come on the show today. Ha ha ha. All right. So Nate LaRue says, Nate LaRue, Drill Tech, thanks for being here, sir. Ray is here in Midland, Texas, says he's still frozen. Roy says, got a shower for the first time yesterday afternoon. It was amazing. That was the first one all year. Not the first one this week, but the first one all year that he's taken. So be sure to take note of that. Just mess around. John Weatherly. Hey, John, thanks for the call earlier. I will call you back as soon as we get done here. So look forward to speaking with you, whatever we're going to be talking about. Cesar says, I'm watching on LinkedIn. Good to see. Roger Gooby. This guy is absolutely hilarious. Really, really enjoy any of the professional work that I've been able to do around this guy, especially around ISC, WSA, and API RP78. Roger, thanks for tuning into the show. Really, really do appreciate it. Paul Moore says hello from the Permian. He works for a company called Vibration Technology. Really, really cool technology. You guys should go and check it out. Like I said, Vibration Technology. Brandy Pratt from Houston. Good morning. She is an integral part of what's happening on today's show. I'm keeping a bit of a surprise, but she's a very integral part of what's happening on today's show. Adele from Houston. Adele. Man, I hate screwing up people's names. Something against it. I just don't like doing it. Watching from Tunisia. Wow. We got people from Tunisia all over the world. Sunil is my design graphics artist. He's absolutely amazing. Do not steal him away. You can hire him if you like. Connect with him on LinkedIn. Obviously, he's there. Aaron says, yep, she's the other. James from Conroe. Jack, Grand Junction. We actually like snow here. Best, Jack. I do have a story to tell about snow and working and living in Colorado, but I'm not going to do it now. I'll make that like a LinkedIn post or something next week. We got Mohammed watching from Muscat, Oman. Awesome. We got people watching from Brazil. Wow, this is great. Duncan watching from H-Town. This guy works over at, he does Baker Hughes, works on the exact stuff. Really cool technology over there. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If I did, I apologize. I think I got through everybody there. All right. Thanks, guys, for all of y'all being here. Like I said, we've got a really interesting show this week. So we've got Keith and Matt Hill from Knight Energy Services. He is like an oil and gas LinkedIn phenomenon. If you don't know who he is, then you've not in the oil and gas business and you're not on LinkedIn. You have to know who this guy is. If you don't, then shame on you, right? Igor says, hi from Calgary. I bet it's a little bit cold up there as well. And then we've also got Beth Harp, who's coming on, and I don't even know the name. I think it's Kids Meals, is the organization. So today is almost like a telethon or something like that. We're going to see if we can raise some money today. All right. So I'm going to go through a couple of quick little things. Do y'all like the little scrolling thing at the bottom? I wanted to ask that. See if you guys like that. Where's it at? No, not Banner's brand. Here we go. So a couple of quick announcements. I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. If you guys haven't connected with me on LinkedIn, be sure to do so. Send me a connection request. Even though most people have connected with me, that's why they're watching the show. So there's that. On April 1st, we're going to have Luis Gonzalez come on the show, and we're going to do a show 100% in Spanish. Yes, Luis Gonzalez, 100% in Spanish. I am terrified. I am putting myself outside of my comfort zone way more than I want to be, but we're going to make it work. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on March 3rd, almost forgot the day for this huge event I'm hosting, Rotary Steerables, push it, point it, rotate it, main presentations by D-Tech, Schlumberger, Rival, Kinetic Upstream, along with lightning pitches from Sparrow, Scientific, Intech, Weatherford, Baker Hughes, Wolverine, Compass, CT Energy Services, Scout, and panel sessions brought to you by Tomax and Cougar, with our title sponsor being D-Tech Rotary Steerables. That's going to be a huge event. Planning on it being the largest oil and gas online event ever. Putting the stake in my claim right now. It's going to be huge. And then also we had on last week the steering committee for the drilling systems automation technical sections symposium, how to automate at scale in the current industry societal environment. That's a free event. Free, FREE. So be sure to tune into that. All right, guys. I'm going to play my normal little intro. We're not even going to do a minute with Keith. We're going to do a lot of minutes with Keith and Matt Hill. And then we'll also bring on Beth and talk about who she is and what the organization is and see if we can actually raise some money on today's show. So here we go. This is the intro for how it's done. If you haven't checked it out yet, be sure to check it out. And right after this, we'll be back with today's guests. All right, and welcome back to the show. Look at this. We are going 4 wide to start. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we've got Keith, Matt, and Beth. Keith, introduce yourself, then we'll go to Matt, and then we'll round it out with Beth. I should be pointing down because she's like, it's confusing sometimes when you do these calls. Go for it, Keith.
Keith Stelter, living here in Odessa, Texas, the Permian, heart of it. Just looking for new opportunities since COVID. And David's been great to have me on his show, talking everything oil field or anything I've had in my background. So great to be here, David. Great to be here for more than a minute today.
And for the first time on the show, the Matt Hill. Matt, thanks for being here, sir.
Hey, I feel like I've reached a level now to be on this show. Just so I was like, Dave knows my name. That's crazy. Hey, there he is. That's the guys you were talking about. Dad, fix this toy. Why is that not a Nerf gun that you? Oh, that's good. What's up, buddy? Hey, I'm Matt Hill, everybody, with Night Energy Services. I'm so honored to, be part of this amazing oil and gas industry family. I love all of you. Beth, I think you should take it away while Dave's away from the microphone.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll just take over.
Wow, thanks for the opportunity to be here. I just found out about this about 10 minutes ago. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity and to meet you and to tell our story. So my name is Beth Harp. I am in Houston, and I am the executive director of an organization called Kids Meals. Most of you have probably not heard of it. We say we're the best kept secret. We don't try to be, but we are an amazing organization that is boots on the ground for children that are living in food insecure homes. These are kids that are living in severe poverty in our city. And everybody looks at Houston, thinks it's such a prosperous city, which there is so much there, thanks in part to oil and gas. But there are so many kids that are suffering by no fault of their own, that don't know where their next meal is coming from. So in Houston, Texas, and this beautiful city, 1 in 4 kids will go to bed hungry tonight. And we have been committed to being the only organization in the nation that home delivers a healthy meal to their doorsteps Monday through Friday through one of our vans and our drivers. And we also deliver groceries for the families. And we are just so blessed to be able to help these families and to know that those kids are getting the critical nutrition that they need for their brains and bodies to develop. We see families that are hardworking families, both parents are working or one parent is working and they just can't make ends meet. And so we are so thankful to be that stress relief that at least my child's going to eat today. So before the pandemic, we were feeding about 3,500 children a day. We have 10 vans that go out every morning, and we partner with people just like you to donate money and or food so that we can distribute those foods to our families. And then during the pandemic, it absolutely jumped. We went as high as 7,500 kids a day. And so the stress on our organization has been unbelievable, but we've been so grateful to see Houstonians and really people across the nation step up and really help us make it happen. So you guys had contacted us because you saw something on our LinkedIn. So I just wanted to tell you that story, but I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
So is it kidsmealsinc.org?
Yes, it's kidsmealsinc.org. Yes.
I just want to make sure I got it right before I put it up on the screen.
Okay. Yes. And you could, yes. And, what happened was, we are not a huge organization, but we're doing huge things. So we did not own a generator. But so on Sunday night, everything went down as far as the power, and we lost all of our food that was perishable. The volunteers are back there right now as we speak, having to throw out thousands and thousands. I don't even know how many thousands, up to 10,000 sandwiches, all of our meats that we had to cut to make sandwiches, cheese, juice, milk, everything that's in all of our coolers, and as well as all of our freezers, which was our backup food. So we are mobilizing to try to get it all back together. And then yesterday, I was just desperate trying to find some place to buy food, reaching out to all the normal avenues like a Cisco or a Smithfield or a Martin Brower everywhere. And it's just not, because they're trying to keep grocery store shelves stocked right now. It's just very difficult to buy the food, but we have found some sources now where we can buy. Oh, thank you for putting that up. That's one of our little girls. I know her well. Her name is Camille. And she's on one of our routes that's right near us. So thank you for putting up our website. So our mission is to end childhood hunger. And we just are so appreciative to tell you our story about this, and would love to take any questions that you might have about how we work in the community. And if anybody is in the Houston area, we could really use some volunteers' help, some hands and feet to try to get the operation back together. I tried to send out our drivers this morning, but I can only send out like half of the drivers because we simply just don't have enough food. Well, we don't have any fresh food. We had some non-perishable food. But I mean, I'd love to talk to you guys and hear any questions you have. And then if you want to, I was going to try to carry my computer around and show you. I think I can show you the warehouse right now in the kitchen.
This is awesome. I mean, if you want to give us a tour, go for it. This is today, Beth. Today, it's your show. I know that Keith and Matt are here, but
you made me cry on camera. Thank you, Beth. I sat down to talk about oil and gas, and now I'm like, I think I gotta go. I'm gonna drive to Houston and feed some kids.
I mean,
I was so blessed yesterday. I just want to tell you a quick story. One of our
go for it
clients is her name is Trudy Cole, and she's just become a dear friend. She found us by seeing one of our vans drive by, and she is a grandmother, and she lives in government housing, and she's a retired teacher, and she has such a heart for children and there's so much, alcohol and drug abuse where she is. And this angel, I call her an angel, has taken in 12 kids. She's taken in 12 kids, and she's adopted 2 of them, and some are foster kids. And these kids are, every time I see them, I'm like, they're so loving and so well behaved and just so amazing. And I mean, I was like, man, my kids weren't even that well behaved. But she is just a gift. And she says she wouldn't be able to keep any of those kids away from their really bad, really, and some of them, just unmentionable things going on with abuse and everything. She wouldn't be able to keep them out of their regular homes if she didn't have kids' meals, because we are providing the necessary nutrition for those kiddos every day. We're providing groceries. Yesterday, we brought big jugs of water and some blankets and everything. They were out of water and electricity. But we want to be that lifeline, if you will, for people that are suffering. And it's sometimes so hard for us to even imagine. I know it was for me for when I started. I've been here 13 years, but I had a friend call me and say, hey, because I was in nonprofit fundraising, can you come raise some money so we can feed some kids? And I just had no idea. I was like, what? There's hungry kids right here in Houston? But it's, like I said, 1 in 4, and it continues to grow as the population grows, unfortunately. But clients like Trudy are so inspiring to us and keep us going. And I think, Kids Meals has been given such a gift to be able to communicate with people like you, to partner with us, to be able to help people that are suffering.
Well, if you want to, grab your camera or computer, whichever way that you're doing it. If you want to take us on a quick little tour, we would love to be able to see, I guess, like behind the scenes or whatnot of this. And then I'm
going to get on my phone, because that way it's going to be easier. So
no worries.
Is it okay? You're going to see me come in on the phone.
Okay.
Do I just get out of this first?
You can leave that one running. I can handle everything from my side.
Okay. I'm getting in right now. Thank you. So while I'm doing it, do you guys have any questions for us?
Well, what I'll do is I'll talk with these two and then engage with the audience and see if we can get some questions and everything kind of rolling in here.
Okay, it says I'm entering the broadcast studio.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, no worries. We'll bring you back on in just a minute. All right. Wow, this is
It's huge, right? Like I saw Brandy, like big shout out to Brandy Pratt and her post last night. She kind of did one. I saw it, and I even gave her crap saying that she did it too late at night, that not enough people were going to see it. So that's why I tagged a bunch of people this morning, and poof, the power of social media. 1 minute it's a post, the next it's on a show. So
there we
real
go.
big shout out to her and you, David.
If I have any friends in Houston, and of course across the country, can donate, but all the people in Houston that are looking for something to do today, please reach out to them and see what you could do. Money always helps. Volunteers, like she said, I'm sure they're looking for food as well. So everywhere you look, always, and the best part about our industry, I think, is that just the work that we do, we're all so used to wanting to roll up, that heart's desire to roll up our sleeves and go help others. Just that's always what's been attracted, to me about our family in this oil and gas industry. I don't know of anybody that doesn't have a charitable heart and doesn't want to go out and do things for others. So what a neat opportunity God laid at our feet today to find out something new and more people that can help.
Well, I will say this.
Definitely
we've got
for
about
kids.
45 people watching in real time right now.
All 45 people, spread that link out there.
I would ask all of y'all to please, this isn't something that, like a lot of times I'll say, hey, tag a friend or something like that. But this is one of those times where I'm really serious about it. I'm not trying to grow numbers for my show. This is not about me. This is not about building a bigger online presence or vanity metrics or anything like that. This is about us potentially being able to help out some kids who are.
Yeah, it got me too, man. I've got the feels today. Thanks a lot, Dave. The feels are coming.
We've got kids that are going to bed hungry, and
we have so much. I know. I have my kids here. That we have a house full of food, and they were complaining today that Chick-fil-A may or may not deliver in this weather. I'm like, oh my gosh, and here I am. Yeah, like I have food in the fridge.
I'm very.
I've got my other two. I've got my two in the other room, and they mean the world to me. So to hear that this is happening to somebody else's kids, it's heartbreaking. So, oh shit. Technical difficulties today's show. All right.
We give thanks every night, 8:00. We give thanks for what we got, and very, very fortunate. I'm looking for a job, but my wife's still bringing home the bacon. My kids are well fed. I got 2 little ones as well. So when I saw this, it's just first thing. I'm all about children's charities. Like they're first on the list. So I donated and made sure we got some attention to it. It's great that you brought her on the show, David. It's awesome.
So I would ask everybody
that's one way to
watching,
look at it.
If you guys can, please share the link. Please tag somebody in the comments. Share the broadcast right now. And so what we'll do, Beth looks like she's ready. Beth, give me a thumbs up if you're ready, and we can go ahead and bring you back on here. You good? Hi, Brooklyn. Oh, you're getting a snack. You're talking about eating food right now as we're doing this. All right, awesome.
Okay,
all right, okay. Beth. All right, give us a tour. Take us around.
Okay, and I'm praying and hoping my internet holds. I went in the kitchen; it was a little bit spotty, so I'm gonna y'all say a prayer. We need some internet here. Okay.
No
all
worries.
Right, thank you for allowing me to give you this tour. So when you're in Houston, or anybody that's in Houston that wants to come volunteer, we have an awesome welcome center. I'm going to show this to you. It was underwritten by Reliant. And this is our cute little welcome center where volunteers come every morning. We really need at least 30 to 50 to make it happen. Now I'm taking you in the kitchen.
All right. So you guys, we're getting a tour of kids' meals today.
So these awesome volunteers showed up today to help us try to get, hi. Everybody say hi. Okay.
Everybody in
So
there
right now
making
we don't have
sandwiches.
any meat, or we don't have any cheese. Did you see them? We don't have any
Yes,
meat or
ma'am.
cheese, so we're making PB&J with some raisin bread. Here's some more volunteers. They're working hard, and over here we got some more volunteers. And so these are like some of the sandwiches that we're making today. We got some raisin bread donated, and so we're making it with PB&J. It smells so good in here. It's wonderful. So we
Excellent.
also, can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
We can hear you.
I hope you can hear me. It sounds a little frozen. Okay, we got some awesome volunteers here making some trail mix. And what we do is we use our donated healthy cereals and then also some fruit and nuts to make healthy snacks for the kiddos. And here's the volunteers right here. Hello. And this is what they are making, which is awesome. We got raisins, we got nuts, we got Cheerios, all in there to have a healthy snack for the kiddos. And we got more volunteers here. And that we're able to use like this great granola from Kind. We had that donated also. So we're getting creative since we don't have any fresh food. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You're
Hello?
doing great.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I didn't know if the internet is any good. Sorry. Okay, it might be a little bit loud. I'm coming into the warehouse right now. I'm going to show you guys the warehouse. Okay, hang on. So these are our coolers that I'm going to show you that are pretty much empty now because we haven't thrown out the milk yet. We have to throw out all this milk and juice. Hang on. So this is all the juice that we get from USDA that has to be thrown out. All of this, all this milk, and all of these sandwiches. That's just one cooler that we have to throw out. We got some more staff out here working and unloading some donations that just came in. Y'all say hi.
Wow.
Okay, so they're working, and we got, this is our ramp. We got people helping out here. These are some of our vans. I'm hoping y'all can still hear me, but these are some of our vans. We couldn't go out today because we didn't have enough food, but I want to show you our vans, and we have different size vans depending on the routes.
Uh-oh, I think we finally
and that
hit.
was our truck. So are these hey guys, are these the ones we're having to throw out? Jody, are these the ones we're those are the ones we made. Okay, I was going to show you the other ones we're having to throw out. Okay, now I'm going into the next warehouse. And
another warehouse. Oh my gosh.
Wow, this is quite the place.
We have some volunteers in here making grocery bags for our families because we want to make sure that they have staple items in the home, not just the meals. And God bless them. It is freezing out here. So thank you guys for doing this. I'm going to show you what they're making. Can y'all show them what you're making?
Oh, wow.
And so this is all they've accomplished today.
I'm the one behind you.
Oh, and she reminded me, don't undermine her accomplishments. They also did this whole bag over here, this whole thing over here. Hi, more volunteers. So that's what we have here. And I'm going to take you in another packing room. We're packing full lunches in here with, I believe, with the sandwiches they're making in the other room. Hey, guys, I'm on a live with an awesome oil and gas group. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we can still. You're still good.
Okay. Hi, guys. Okay, what are we packing in here today?
Well, unfortunately, we're not packing. We're unpacking.
Oh, we're unpacking. We're doing the unpacking.
These were our lunches that were ready to go out, and the food went bad with the outage, and so we're having to unpack all the food and throw it away and just basically start from scratch.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing in this packing room. So the bags in here had sandwiches in them and some other items that just have to go because we would never want any kiddo to get sick. and have bad food. So
anybody that wants to come out and help us.
wait, I'm taking you back to Randy.
Volunteers, come on out. It's a fun environment. You can see it's a safe environment. No pandemic worries in here. Come on out and help us. We need hands, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
Yes, we do. We always have music jamming for our volunteers. It's not too loud right now, but you can see our screens. Our speakers. We usually have music jamming to try to make it fun for the volunteers and make it a memorable experience by working and really making hands-on and having knowing that the meals that you're making today will be in the hands of a hungry child tomorrow. So if y'all can still hear me, I'm moving into our third warehouse and just wanted to give you a little background. 2 weeks before the pandemic, we got in this new space. We were in 6,000 square feet. We're now in 18,000 square feet, and we thought we would never fill it up. And it is completely full because of the need. And it was just amazing timing. We had some donations, so we were able to take on additional space, and thank goodness. We are able to feed about 22% of the children that need our help. As I told you, there's 1 in 4 kids in our city that are living in food insecure homes. Kids Meals can feed about 6,300 a day. There's about 24,000 that need our help, but we're so grateful we can help those that we can help. And our goal someday is to be able to feed all of them. So now I'm going to take you into third warehouse, and I'm hoping I don't lose internet. Okay, so this is our wall that we have all of our volunteers put the handprints on.
Wow.
And we're making shelf stable meals back here because we have no meat, we have no cheese, we have no fresh items. So, and we have our volunteers decorate the bags for our kiddos. Wait, let's see. There's all kind of decorated bags. You can do this from home. You can mail them to us. You can come do it here. We love to do decorated bags for our kiddos. So they're working back here in our third warehouse, again, freezing, and they are just troopers. So I'm going to show you the third warehouse, what we got going on.
This is quite the amazing operation that you guys have got going. I'm very impressed.
Okay, so guys, I'm on a live interview. Do you care if I show them what you're doing?
I'm trying to tag all my friends in Houston right now.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
The group. Thank you. Can you say hi? They are packing.
I think our internet's.
Juices here that are going into the.
Let me see if I just put her on screen, if that will help.
Today we don't have a ton of food, but we have these wonderful peanut butter packs that we're putting with crackers. Right? Is that what we're doing? Or little kind bars. And then, and then we have some more little crackers for them. We also try to always have a squeezable fruit.
Hey, Beth, we're starting to lose you a little bit. We might have to go back to the office.
I'm going back.
Okay. All right. So in the meantime, if anybody out there's got some questions, if you guys want to line up some questions, let's go ahead and get that kind of squared away. But wow, I'm so grateful Beth is here to be able to introduce this to us. Go ahead, Keith.
Do you think it'd be a good idea to reach out to a large company like United Rentals or somebody with some massive generators that in case this happens again, they could, run over with a massive, 50 kV, whatever generator to run their coolers so much food doesn't go to waste? Be
a sponsor with your generators. There you go.
Just for an emergency, right? Like, I know there's lots of people in need, but at the same time it seems like a lot of resources just went to waste, and for a very, very good cause, right? So
see if an electrician will donate their time to come over there and hook up the box where, hey, next time the power goes off, the generator kicks on automatically.
Let's do that. Let's see if anybody out there that's watching, if you know an electrician, and if you know anybody that can get a hold of, these don't have to be like top of the notch, ready to run,
Well, they don't need to
huge-
be there. They
Yeah.
just need to be ready. Hey, the power went out in Houston. It's been off for 4 hours. Can you come over and, get the cooler back up so it doesn't turn into a disaster, right? And,
I mean, somebody's got to know somebody out there at United Rentals or another one of these rental places, maybe Stallion or one of the other oil field service companies that'd be willing to, I think, just put together, get one of these generators and put it out there on location for them. That would be something, phenomenal to be able to help these out. Because obviously, I would guess this is not the first time the power's gone out. I know that Houston's got, hurricane issues in the past. This time it just happens to be Snowpocolypse that's causing issues. So if you guys can, either share this live stream with somebody that that might be able to help out, or tag them in the comments. That's usually a little bit easier way to be able to get the message out there.
Maybe some business partners and by all means, restaurants have hurt this year, a lot with all the lockdowns and not being able to have the customer base. But if you're a restaurant in Houston and you can provide some meals for, them in times like this where, hey, they're hurting for the food, and say, hey, by the way, we'll pick up, maybe 10% of the meals you have to deliver today. Come by, pick up, a few boxes of meals ready to go from our restaurant, and we'll get them out there to people.
All right. So Beth looks like she's back in the office. Beth, what is the best way or you have to cut one of them off.
Wait, let me get.
Whoa. She just went into Beth Inception right there. So Beth, you can only use one of them at a time.
It's too bad. I like the echo effect.
So we'll have to cut one of them. So if you want to use your phone, or if you want to use the, there we go. All right. So now we'll add her back in.
Sorry
There we
about
go.
that.
No worries.
Okay.
So Beth, if anybody out there is watching and they want to be able to donate either their time, money, or resources of some sort, like we were just talking about, maybe somebody from within the oil field sector could donate a generator that could help prevent these kinds of things in the future. What's the best way to be able to get in touch with you or the organization to be able to kind of start that process of getting involved?
Well, the best way is just call me on my mobile. And I would be so thankful that about the generator, and so I can put that in the chat. I'll put my number there, and as well as my email. And then if you'd like to volunteer, you go to kidsmealsinc.org and you go to the Take Action tab. And we really need people during the week, which I know is so hard because people are working. But if you know anybody during the week that could come, that would be amazing. Of course, we have a lot of people that love to come on the weekends, but to keep up the food supply, we really need help with people during the week.
What time can they get there in the morning to help?
We have a 9 to 12 shift, and then we have a 12:30 to 2:30 shift. And so either of those would be wonderful. But if you guys had a group, what we've done is like some groups will have like a special group, and we can open a special time for you. If you had a group and you're like, our group can only come from
5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Yeah, or you can come from 5 to 7 on whatever day, and we could open a special group for you guys.
I mean, that sounds like a social networking, great opportunity to be able to get out there and maybe
instead of a happy hour this week, we actually go and do something productive.
Make some sales while you're making some sandwiches for kids that are going hungry.
Yeah.
Sales and sandwiches. That's a new tagline we can use. Sales and sandwiches.
Yep. Instead of bring your own BYOB, you could bring
your own what? Bologna. Bring your own bologna.
Yes, you could bring your own, we need healthy snacks. We need shelf-stable fruit like applesauces or squeezable fruits. We need juice boxes. Any of those things would be great. We could be BYOF. Bring your own food.
So Brandy asks, is there any age limit on kids who can volunteer?
No, if the little ones want to come, we have a room where they can actually decorate the bags for the kids. We have like a little art room.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So they could do that. As long as they're table height, they can help prepare the meals.
All right. Well, then I'm going to just send mine two off for about a week. You can keep them the entire week.
Yeah.
Can we get a group discount on those flights?
Yeah. We actually used to have that a couple summers ago. We're saying, people of all ages can come volunteer at kids' meals. And then we actually had people dropping off their kids. And so we had to say that adult has to be there. I mean, we would find them hiding in the coolers, in the offices, throwing food. So now, adult needs to accompany those children.
All righty. Well, if anybody out there is watching, please, if you guys have got any questions about being able to help out with Kids Meals Incorporated.org is the website to be able to donate or to be able to take action and go there and help out. I feel like I think, at least from my perspective, maybe it's not getting the food, maybe it's not getting the donation hours, but the physical logistics of making sure that your facility can run top notch year round 24/7. If there's any industry that can help with that, it's the oil and gas industry. And I think that there's enough professionals within the network of the three of us that are on the screen right now can definitely help push to be able to make sure that, we find some people, find some older assets, because there's got to be plenty of older assets sitting around in our industry right now that could be donated to an amazing organization like yourself to be able to help keep, things like this just in place so that we don't have to have, chaos followed by extra chaos.
Right.
I think we could we get a generator, we drill a gas well there on the property. Obviously, wind and solar, all these theoretical fake energy, fairy dust, energy sources. Houston really loves oil and gas, and right now especially. So I think we'll get the permitting, put a gas well up, we'll pipe the gas directly to the generator. You guys will never lose power again. God bless America.
I'm all for it.
You guys will stay warm, and you'll be able to cook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My son's in the oil and gas industry. He works at Kinder Morgan.
Woohoo!
There
That's
we go.
Good news.
There we go. All right, Beth, is there any chance you could switch back over to your laptop, because you are freezing up real bad on your phone?
Are you guys there?
And that's a loaded question there. I'm still looking for my keys to the V door.
Beth, can you switch over to your laptop? Can you hear me? Beth,
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I can't hear.
Beth, can you switch over to your laptop? Here, I'm going to pull her off just for a second. We'll put it into the... No, most people don't know this, but there's a little private chat for the people that are on the screen. Keith, Matt, I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves. As I send this over to her, I'll switch this.
To me, I don't even think they need to donate a generator to be there full time. Just, have one, we're going to supply it should the power go down, right? I think any company could, do that. The electrician, like David said, is going to be, someone donates their time, a little bit of money goes for the transfer switch and that sort of stuff, and you're ready to go. And someone just pulls the big trailer unit over when the power comes down. I think that's easy enough to organize. I think just have a little bit of a commitment.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, say, hey, I'm calling Stallion, and we're going to come over there every time your power goes out. No problem. We'll have one on standby. Absolutely.
And you could, say something goes wrong with Stallion. Like
Tanmar, United Rentals. I mean, on and on and on. We've been lucky that there's so many vendors out there with those generators on wheels.
Well, in the meantime, Matt, thanks so much for coming on the show today. I had no idea that this is what we were going to be doing today. Both of us tearing up and being the first.
Camera. You got the first tear out of Matt Hill on camera. Thank you so much. I appreciate I'm like,
I will be putting that on my resume shortly. I'll have to check with Amanda Rico first and make sure that she thinks that that's good to go on my resume. But I'll be definitely checking with her first.
I love Amanda. What a great show that was, man. I really enjoyed that, putting people out there that need a job.
We are definitely going to do that again. I'll be getting with Amanda Rico, Melanie Woods. Keith will be back on, or hopefully Keith won't be on because he'll have a job by then.
He's got a job now. He's now a social media influencer, and I will follow him.
Too well.
I would say arguably he is a growing brand.
Yes.
You know what I like to use in everything nowadays is I use the word arguably quite a bit. Arguably, Keith's minutes are fantastic. See, like you can take that however you want.
All right.
Yeah, there's two sides of that argument, definitely.
All right. I think Beth is back up here and running. Okay, Beth, are you good? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, no worries. No worries. So other than the people donating, some time, potentially some resources, what are some other things? What are top on your list of needs within the organization that maybe our audience or ourselves could be able to help out and being able to, get you guys closer to accomplishing some of the goals that you have set for yourself?
Well, some of what you've been doing today is just spreading the word. We don't have an advertising budget or marketing promotion budget. If you could just help us spread the word that we're out there, we exist. And if people would like to get involved, just by sharing it on your social media is huge for us. And then if you, we have all different types of ways to volunteer. Not only here, you can volunteer from home. On our website, if you go to the Take Action tab under donation drives, you actually can prepare. We have a video that shows you how to prepare the meals from home. And people in the Houston area can drop them off here. Or if they want to do a food drive for us, that would be amazing. For any of the items that are listed there on at kidsmealsinc.org, Take Action and donation drives. That would be wonderful. And then we can feed a child for less than $2 a day. That's an all-in organizational cost. That is our whole facility, food, gas, driver, staff, insurance, everything. And so our average cost for a meal delivered now is $1.63. And we've gotten the BBB Award for Charity of Excellence for several years in a row for efficient use of funds. So if anybody wants to donate, they will know that we are using their funds so efficiently and making sure that the children are being served, those kids that need us every day.
That's incredible. Less than $2 a day feeds a kid in Houston.
Yes.
Wow.
And we're able to do it. See those pictures, all those volunteers? That's why we can do it.
And how many kids are you feeding every day?
6,200 to 6,300 a day.
Man, and how many need it? What's the percentage that you guys
are? Children at risk or Houston Food Bank, any of them, when 1 in 4 kids in Harris County that are preschool age are going to bed hungry. So it's upward of 26,000.
So you're beginning to scratch a much needed. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But so thankful we can help those that we can help.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And couldn't do it. People like you helping tell our story and getting involved however you can. I was thinking about when y'all were talking about equipment, I couldn't hear you. If y'all ever know, we'll take old ones. We need some pallet jacks, like either just the manual ones or, of course, the electric ones are great, but we'll take anything. We always have need for those for moving all the food around.
I think that's something we could probably put together a little LinkedIn campaign to see if we can get, if you've got a list of equipment that you're looking for, if you'll send that or email that over, we'll see what we can do to get, between the three of us and some of the other people that we know that are active within the social media scope of the oil and gas industry, we can get some things put together and see if we can round up some goods and equipment for y'all. Like I said, if you'll tell us what you're looking for and what you need, we'll put it on the hit list and see what we can get done for you. We'd be more than happy to be able to help out with that.
Okay, that would be amazing.
I just volunteered everybody, by the way.
I saw that. That's fine. That's a good idea. That's how you get things done, is you point at people and say it's your turn.
I volunteered you for this, David, in that tag, so I'm glad I did.
That's called being voluntold.
Yes. Beautiful.
Yes. Well, Beth, is there anything else, any last words that you'd like to be able to put out there and let us put out there for the audience, or something else that we should know?
We talked about how we were only able to help a portion of the kids, but each one of those children has a name and they're precious and we love them. And we know that our human brains are 90% developed by the age of 4 to 5. And if kids don't have the critical nutrition that they need before that age, they're starting so way behind and they're at risk for a host of diseases, not to mention learning disabilities. And it perpetuates the poverty cycle. So Kids Meals is a meal, but we're so much more than just a meal. And I just hope that you guys will consider partnering with us in whatever way you feel is laid on your heart to do.
So we just got this. Oh, we got the wrong buttons. There we go. So we just got this. Are you a United Way organization? It is United Way Week. I donated and shared the link on Facebook. So Joe, thank you so much for helping out there. So are y'all a United Way organization?
So we do receive some United Way funds, and they are a great partner, but we're not a United Way organization. But there are some great United Way organizations that we partner with. But yes, we're a private nonprofit organization that receives funds from individuals, foundations, corporations, and religious organizations of all types. So,
well, and then we've got here one for Astro says, what's the website? One more time for us.
Okay, it is www.kidsmealsinc.org. There you go. It's up right there.
Throw it up there on the screen. All right. Well, Beth, thank you so much. I have to tell everybody, this is the craziest way that I've ever done a show, to be able to be tagged in a post at about 8 or I guess 9:20, email somebody, say, hey, can we get somebody to come on the show? And then literally 3 minutes before we go live, Beth joins the show. And then we have this fantastic opportunity here to be able to help promote this amazing organization. So Beth, thank you for being agile, being nimble, and being ready to go. You are an absolute amazing professional at what you do. I would be hard pressed to find anybody else that's got the talent to be able to go live, be ready, and be able to talk for as long as you did and show off everything that you've done. You've got an amazing skill set, and what you've been able to do, I am completely blown away and impressed by, not only from just a business standpoint, but video live streaming. That's not easy to do. You have an awesome talent. And if anything, I will be reaching out to some of the other podcasters and live streamers that are within the oil and gas industry and outside to see who else we can get to be able to see if we can get you on some of the other shows. I think some more of the podcasts that out there, we need to be able to give back to our community even more so than what we do right now. And so I hope that we can continue to help share your word and share what you're doing out there. So congratulations to you. You're an amazing talent, and please keep up the good work that you're doing. Oh, she's saying something in return and we can't hear it. Oh, that's all right.
She's saying keep the beard.
All right. Keith, Matt, any words from you guys as we get ready to close out? We'll definitely have to bring you guys back on and do a more oil and gas centric episode. And
I think this was great, right? It shows the oil and gas, a different side of us. I think we need to be doing more things like this to raise our profile. This is what most of these shows should have, some kind of component to it, is talking about, we're not just these guys dirtying up the earth and, destroying the environment. We got technology. It's not 1985 anymore, and we have many different sides to us, and the charity work and the outreach is one big part of it. I think that needs more spotlight.
I'm going to grab her logo and put it in my Fossil Fuel Fridays video today as well. We'll try to I'll try to crowbar in some kids meals for Fossil Fuel Friday show if everybody watches that today later.
Okay, and then we had Derek Boyd says Sarge Summers anyway that OCI and help here is Oilfield Connections International. Yeah, so any of the groups, any of the other associations or whatnot, we can probably probably get something together with the IADD, which I'm a board member of. Probably look at poking the people over at SPE as well, see if they can get something rolling. So
AADE, IADC, API. Man, we have all the letters. We have all the letters to toss money at this.
We've got alphabet soup galore in our industry. So, well, I have to say this. Thank you both of you guys for coming on for the show today. And
God bless you, buddy. I love you, man.
Well, I appreciate that. As always, guys, everybody out there watching, thank you all so much for being a part of this. I know that this week has been trying and very difficult for a lot of us, but obviously there are people out there who are dealing with a lot more and having even more difficult situations. So it's good to be able to remember, how and to be thankful for what we have and grateful for what's going on in our lives, but also understand that it's important to give back and give to those who are in a lesser situation. Because you never know, some of those hungry mouths might be coming from somebody who is in the oil field, who has been affected by the pandemic, somebody who has lost their job. And we've all, at least I would say majority of us have lost our jobs before and have been put in those kinds of situations. So, don't turn your nose up at somebody and say, oh, it's just, so-and-so or whatever. The Houston community is definitely made up of a lot of oil and gas industry folks. And so they're probably, people that maybe worked at a machine shop that were, turning tools for downhole purposes. And their machine shop, had to lay off a good number of people. It could have been somebody sweeping the floors at one of the companies, right? People just in more difficult and higher financial problem situations. So it's important for us to be able to give back. And so I implore everybody there. It's not about just giving money. You can give your time, or you can give your network a test, put something out there on social media and ask your network to see if there's a way that they can help. One post, one comment can go really, really far. So I implore everybody out there that is watching, that is seeing this to take action and see if there's a way that you can help. So with that, anything from you guys? I got it right.
One quick shout out to Tiffany Wilson over at Aries. Last night she put out a post where Aries Lodging was taking in people and giving hot meals, no questions asked, for people in need. So, for all the disaster and the hard times in the last week, there's been some really great stories that have come out as well. So, great on them. There's, a few others. And like you said, comment, like it makes that, the algorithm go that much farther on everybody's posts so that more and more people see it, right? If Brandy didn't share last night and I don't click on it, and then it gets to David gets her on the show. It's just, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, no matter what you do on social media. So.
Yep. Comment and tag your friends. Make sure that they see this.
All right, guys.
And
go ahead, Keith.
I was just like, one thing I've noticed, if you don't know how to tag your friends, it's just the @ symbol and start typing their name. It'll turn blue. I've seen too many people just type and it's a black text that's not tagging. Just FYI.
Giving us tips on LinkedIn right here on the Vidor Locksmith Show. All right. Guys, thank y'all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. For everybody out there that's watching, like I said, I've already told you what to do. You know what you need to do. And as always, know your industry.